I can lay my head. Hey mister, can you tell me where I find a bed? He just grinned and shook my hand. No was all he said. Take a load off faith. Take a load for free. Take a load off faith. You put the load right on me. Picked up my bag, well, looking for a place to hide. When I saw Carmen and the devil walking side by side, I said, hey Carmen, come on, let's go downtown. She said, I got to go, but my friend can stick around. Take a load off fame. Take a load for free. Take a load. And you put the load right on me. Go down, Miss Moses. We'll wait for the things to say. It's just old Luke and Luke's waiting on the judgment day. I said, hey Luke, what about young Annalie? Looked at me, said, my boy, won't you go and keep Annalie company? Take a load off fame. Take a load for free. Take a load off fame. And you put the load right on me. Crazy Chester followed me, and he caught me in a fog. He said, I'll fix your rack if you take Jack my dog. I said, hey Chester, you know I'm a peaceful man. He said, that's okay, my boy, won't you feed him when you can? Take a load off fame. Take a load for free. Take a load off fame. And you put the load right on me. Get your cannonball now and meet me down the line. My bag is hanging good to have you guys back here on Nick's Time. Hope you guys have had having a wonderful week, enjoying some of the weather, maybe getting out and marching and protesting. We're all here together. I'm glad to have you guys back. I played The Weight by The Band today. I think it's got a real mellow tune, and I actually just learned it this week, so I hope you enjoyed it. So today, I wanted to talk about a topic I've been kind of thinking about a lot in the last week and a half, week or so, and it's about being able to change your mind, being able to change your opinion. I've seen multiple studies. There are lots of research out on when people are presented with contradictory facts that go against their beliefs or against their ideologies, against their opinions, it feels more of like a character attack. It feels they take it more personally and they grind their feet into the sand and they stay put in their opinion. People are less likely to change their opinion even when there's facts being presented. And I find that extremely interesting, especially in today's climate, today's world. It's okay to change your opinion. You're not a hypocrite. If you get presented with new information, with new facts, you're allowed to change your opinion. And it's okay, and it's encouraged. You should change your mind. If you get new information and you feel like you need to change your beliefs, do it. You don't need to be ingrained in every single belief and every single opinion you have. That doesn't need to be a part of your character. What should be part of your character, part of your personality, is having the willingness to change. And so right now, during this everything that's been going on, and you find yourself that you're on the opposite side of the fence, I would suggest that you take some time and think about why you're holding true to those opinions. Why are you holding so staunchly in those beliefs? It's okay to change. It's okay. This isn't, your local basketball team that you've been in love with since you were a child, raised that way. It's okay to join the bandwagon. It's okay to join the fight, join the team, change your beliefs. It's okay. It's all okay. It's encouraged. That's really what I've been thinking about a lot this past week, is being willing to change your opinion, being willing to change your beliefs, because there are people who will benefit from your change. Take your ego out of this. It's not about being right. It's about getting it right. That's the most important. You don't get any extra brownie points for being right from the very beginning. Nobody gives you a medal. What people do give you is the respect for being willing to change and being able to see it from a different perspective, being able to see it when the facts are in your face, being willing to make a change. So that's what I want to talk about today. Something to think about, everyone, during this time, during our current climate. I think it's time to move on to the questions. What I've been doing this week. This week I decided to read the book Native Son by Richard Wright. It's a book written about a black man in 1930s Chicago, detailing his different emotional events. I don't want to give away too much of the plot because it is very shocking and very intense to read, but it is a interesting and wild story about a man living in Chicago, dealing with racism and poverty, violence. It's a story that I read in high school, and it shook me when I read it then, and it brought back a lot of emotion again when I read it this week. If you haven't read it yet, I highly suggest you do. It's eye-opening. What did I watch this week? I decided to watch the movie To Kill a Mockingbird, based on the book of the same title by Harper Lee. It's a story of 1960s Alabama, in the Deep South, it deals with racial inequality and crime, and it's a story about. It's told in the narrated by a 6-year-old girl, Scout Finch, and her experiences living in the Deep South, and her father Atticus, who's played by Gregory Peck, is a lawyer who takes on the case to defend a black man who's accused of assaulting a white woman. And it's a remarkable story. I think it's the most read story of racial injustice in schools. I read it in school. I watched the movie in school. I've returned to the movie multiple times because it's just fantastic. And I decided to rewatch it again because I thought it was just appropriate for the time, and it just watched a wonderful story and a wonderful movie. So if you have not seen it, I recommend watching it as soon as you possibly can. What did I listen to this week? Well, I couldn't help but go back and listen to one of my all-time favorites, Bob Marley. Listened to a lot of his albums, but I mean the easiest one to get into is Legend. And that's the best of Bob Marley. It's got all his hits. I feel when I'm in a time of struggle and stress and anxiety, I always return to Bob Marley. I think his music is just relaxing, and it inspires hope, and I think it speaks to me. He just has a way with framing things, and I love his perspective, and he writes so beautifully. He made so many all-time great songs that I really had a good time going back and listening to again this week. Well, that's it for this week on Next Time. I hope you all had a good time watching. As always, please send in any kind of comment or question that you have, anything that you'd like me to play or talk about. You can obviously follow us on Facebook and YouTube at PSG Academy. And I look forward to seeing you guys again next week. This was Next Time.